Okay, thanks guys. We're back now. So we just finished talking about multiplayers versus single player, and I think we've ultimately come to an agreement that multiplayer is superior in every way.
Who said that?
Wait. Who agreed to this?
No one agreed to this.
Anyway.
Hati, we're kicking him off the podcast. It's you and me now.
Oh, this is my my realm.
No, me and Ianthus got this.
Anyway, so on to the next topic here for you guys. What I wanted to talk about in the flow of things, what is better in your opinion? Having a game prolong its life through, in a sense, DLC, microtransactions, or even free content, much like how Overwatch is doing, and how a few other video games have been doing, like Monster Hunter, like we said earlier. They're making more monsters, so more than likely more areas as well. But then there's the games that try to kind of prolong its life, air quotes, more of like, you know, continuing the fandom, kind of like Call of Duty, a long-standing franchise within everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about Call of Duty. It went from being like that game everyone talked about to that game everyone memes about.
Right? I mean, they did prolong it with zombies.
The zombies are really good. You don't knock my zombies. Them's the blue collar monsters. I'm telling you right now.
Forget the zombies. Screw the zombies.
No, man. Oh, that's right. You don't like zombies.
No.
I don't know why. The zombies are the best.
No.
They had George A. Romero in Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Who cares?
You don't even know who he is.
Nope, I don't.
He's the godfather of zombies.
Oh, well.
Alright, so I don't know who that is either.
See? Aha!
He's the guy who made the Night of the Living Dead. How could you not?
Oh, I did see that movie.
Okay, the original one.
I had hope for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, really?
I had hope for you, Ianthus.
I mean, I did see the movie, so...
Hati's not a zombie fan. I am sorry. I will apologize for all of our zombie lovers here. She's not the greatest fan for monsters and scary shit.
Hey, no. Hold up. Now you just no. I have no problem with monsters. It is when they do the whole jumping out at you and trying to kill you aspect in a game.
And I'm
just like, no.
No. And I quote scary shit. Because she will not even touch a controller that is linked to Dead Space, i.e. one of the greatest horror games ever, period.
No.
I love Dead Space.
I've just got to invite Hati over for a live stream of Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
Oh, please don't get that started.
Please, no. Okay.
So me and Hati have had a lot of heated debates of theories for Five Nights at Freddy's. So we're just going to leave it there. Back onto the subject of the matter.
Forget it.
Back to the subject of the matter. So again, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer a game to go into a franchise and come out with something new, like say almost every year, or would you prefer it to prolong the game and have it evolve and change and like, you know, things, new stuff come out almost every month, basically? Well, I mean
I don't know. I feel like they've changed things to kind of modernize, because like back in the day, you had something like you'd play Warcraft 2 and you'd play it into the ground. And then, you know, you wait a couple of years, Warcraft 3 comes out. It's a whole new game, and they've revamped everything. And now you have stuff like, you know, you got StarCraft 2. You play the game a lot, and then they announce they've got a new big add-on coming on, where it's a special campaign dedicated to the Zerg, and then another one for the Protoss. And it's turning that same game, and it's breathing new life into it. But, I mean, for me personally, I like the idea better of just having a whole new game and a whole new experience, because they're able to kind of rebuild from the ground up.
No, I can see where you're getting at in that situation. And in regards to like when graphics and engines had started to evolve at a fast pace, I think at this point we're kind of like stagnating, and people are just coming out with BS like graphics and like new shit just to say like, hey, this is the next big thing. When like at 60 frames per second with 4K, I think we're good. Any more, our eyes are gonna be too much.
Is WoW still running on its original engine?
I think WoW might be... No, I don't...
Who's WoW?
WoW, World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. They re-released the original WoW. You know that, right? Vanilla WoW.
Yeah, they did that recently. That's another big thing. A topic for another day.
A topic for another day.
For all those people who like apparently WoW, I do apologize. I do not play WoW.
It's fine.
Hey, I don't
play WoW
either.
It's just okay. WoW is a Goliath in gaming, like Call of Duty.
No,
is a
Goliath's not
Goliath
in this podcast.
If you're a PC gamer, you're funny. For PC gamer, you're gonna know WoW. For a console gamer, you're probably gonna know Gears, Halo, Call of Duty. Like those are gonna be like the staples of console games. Like anyone who's like a Nintendo fan's gonna know Mario. Anyone who was a Sega fan's gonna know Sonic. It's kind of like that. Like WoW is just like
I know of it. I just didn't know what you meant. Like it took me a while. Like after I said what is WoW, and then I realized, oh wait, World of Warcraft.
that's fine. Yeah, so we have.
I just have slow moment.
Yeah, so WoW is another game made by Blizzard, by the way, though.
I know.
Yeah. So, but anyway, like I was saying, for me, for some reason, I love the attention that devs give for when they update a game frequently. Like originally, for me, when I went to my first PC game was TF2.
Okay.
And I really liked the game because it was a meld of the love that the community gave and the developers gave. There was a lot of love given to that game. And that's what made me fall in love with the concept of like constant flow of updates from the game. It's hard to ask for that. It's hard to ask for that from anyone because it's just like you're asking for a consistent update to keep this game interesting.
Right.
Versus versus like
let the man speak.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I was saying I just understand where that's a good transition into a game like Overwatch. I feel like it's built on that framework.
Exactly, yeah. So, but versus like say with Call of Duty, every year they're gonna push out a new game. People got tired of it. Instead of giving it the love that it needed, like get more maps, they were going somewhere, but they had it all behind microtransactions, behind DLC, and then it pushed away a lot of people that couldn't afford it. And basically, Call of Duty became that $60 game that you could play for 3 months, and that was it. You were done.
See,
it really is a shame.
I'm kind of like the type of person, like I don't know. I guess it depends on the type of game. Now, in my regards, it's like the Uncharted series. Like I've loved every single one. For me personally, I just think, now obviously people are going to have different opinions from me. Obviously they'll say maybe Uncharted 2 sucked or maybe Uncharted 4 sucks. And whoever says that can go die in a hole. Alright? Uncharted 4 was awesome! Alright?
Didn't like a few people just didn't like the ending, right? Okay.
No spoilers. We're not part of that podcast. No.
What?
But anyway. No, like for me, I'm the type I liked each and every one of those games. It brought it, it continued the story, and there are a lot of people that were saying that it should have ended. But I liked how they progressed with the story. Not only did the content get better, but the story evolved and kind of really, enamored you to be one with Drake, Nathan Drake. Sorry, forgive me, Mr. Nathan Drake. But, like, I liked that. But then there are some people, like, in certain games that, like you said, for Call of Duty, it should have just ended. After, like, I'm just going to guess. Like, it should have ended after the 5th one. And then, that's it. There's not really so much of a story to that. You know what I mean? It's honestly just a shooting game. And each one, has, regarding over a person, like a soldier or something like that. Or in zombies, like you like. There's a story. They make it so that there's a story to attract more people. But like you said, after 3 months, you're done with it. On to the next new upcoming game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. What? Go ahead, Ianthus. We haven't like.
I was gonna say, unfortunately. I just feel like at that point it's kind of like a sad money grab when instead of like working on focusing on making the game better and making like the next big game, they're just gonna keep pushing out these little paid microtransactions, like we were talking about at the start of the start of the podcast. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So like we were talking about at the start of the podcast, how they're just focusing on pushing out these microtransactions. It doesn't really feel like it's genuine to the fan base. It feels like it's more of a corporate thing at that point.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how they deal with it. Like if you look at it from like a standpoint with Uncharted, a new game is necessary. It's a story-based game. A standpoint from Call of Duty, you can take it one of two ways, because Call of Duty does have a campaign, but it also has its main focus. What a lot of people buy it for is for the multiplayer. But the thing is, the multiplayer has been the love for it has ran dry, is basically what I'm saying. And I know Sledgehammer and Activision and Infinity Ward and Treyarch are trying their damnedest to pick up some new guys to give some fresh life to it. They picked up the guys who made the a few people from the writers from Naughty Dog that made the story for Uncharted worked with Activision. They worked with them. They made the story for Infinity Warfare. Jesus, I can't say that.
Well, you know, I just learned that Call of Duty has a campaign.
Yeah. Wow, really? You just really? Anyway.
I mean, who even?
I did. I liked the campaign.
You see, but you were also a person who was a fan, so you knew about it.
I was a fan up until like I'm still a Treyarch fan. With their next game, I'll probably buy, depending on how good or bad it is. But anyway, long story short, though,
I'm more of the person. I just bought it for the multiplayer. That's it. I don't even play. Yeah, that's me.
But the multiplayer is running dry. They picked up writers from Vestral for the zombies. That's really good. It was really good. I love the new zombies. Some people hate it. I don't know why. Whatever. I love people
who. Why do they hate on Uncharted? You know.
Yeah,
why
that's
do
true.
people hate on Overwatch?
Yeah. Well, what I'm mainly saying is, if Call of Duty can just solely make a game for its like an own game that's just multiplayer only, and just update it from there, and then just a campaign right off to the side. Like you have like a DLC or something that comes out once a year. It's like $40. Here's the campaign. Play for 60 hours or something. You know, they don't really give a lot of love to the campaign, but then that's what I'm saying. Just like Call of Duty should take a page from TF2 or from Overwatch or from any game that updates on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was so much wasted potential with that, what we were talking about earlier with the Star Wars, that new Battlefront game. If they just didn't go the greedy route, that could have been such an amazing masterpiece, but they just didn't go that route.
The first one ruined it for me.
Yeah, the first one, unfortunately, with the microtransactions and with the way that they did, the game was a total flop. People were so disappointed with it. They really were. But I hear, you know, personally, from what I have heard, the second one is the better one. Like, this is something to want to have.
And back to what I was saying in regards to the situation, what I was saying, like, not all games need to come out with a second one. Like, you know, Fortnite. I've been talking your ear off about Fortnite. You honestly think that they should go and make a second Fortnite in the future? That's a game. It's a battle royale game that it's literally only going to be centered around battle royale. Nothing's really going to change. There's no story to it or anything.
Right. So, no, and it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's a game that will get a lot of love for a few years. And if the developers keep giving it love, it will stay for a long time. Like, I think I said in the last podcast, I really didn't like PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I didn't like it because it wasn't, to me, it wasn't original, because it was just some mock-up modded version of DayZ, and it was just, And then when Fortnite came up, I was just like, but it's another Battle Royale game. I really like the art style, but it's a Battle Royale game. I didn't have a good experience with PUBG, so I gave it a chance, and I really like Fortnite. It's fun. The developers, Epic Gaming, that's the name of the company that makes a Fortnite. They come out with updates almost every week. It's insane. These guys are pushing like a new weapon, a new material thing, or something like that every week. Mind you, like all.
Speaking of new content, once we're done with this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, be ready because we will be talking about new content in regards to Overwatch. Please continue.
Oh yes. So anyway, just to finish up with Fortnite, like I think the other day they just added a few new weapons. They just started a new season and everything, but it's they give it a lot of love, and when the love keeps going, it's really awesome.
Yeah, and I could say as somebody who doesn't do online games, it's worth checking out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your friends were going crazy on Facebook. You're just like, what?
I had to pick it up eventually.
Multiplayer? That's impossible.
Okay, let me just say, if you're one of the people like me who isn't really into the online game community, that scene, play it with a friend. Honestly, just tag along with somebody, make your own little squad. It makes the night and day difference in going through this game, and it really does. It's an experience.
I tag along by watching in the background and watch everyone be miserable.
It's like you're there.
No. She calls out. She's like, behind you. I'm just like, no, there isn't. 2 seconds later,
he dies.
Boom.
And I'm like,
nah, what the heck?
No, I'm just there for the
backseat gamer.
Exactly.
But she's a good backseat gamer.
He doesn't hear.
Anyway, but I wanted to talk. Hati reminded me. I really wanted to talk about this.
What everyone has been waiting for, and what the freaking background of this video is for.
Yeah. If anyone's watching this in the background, we have this beautiful picture posted by Overwatch's Twitter. The final picture that just came out today. As of today, this is the final picture.
February 27th.
Through the magic of editing, we may add the few extra pictures that were leaked, not leaked, but posted throughout the week for Overwatch.
Here they are now.
Right here, yeah. Anyway, but anyone who's a fan knows that Torbjorn has a daughter named Brigitte, and she takes care of Reinhardt's armor. And so basically, Overwatch is teasing that she may be Hero 27. I'm calling it now that she is definitely going to be Hero 27.
I'm saying it's Overwatch trying to throw everyone through a loop, and I'm going to say it's going to be someone you did not even expect. I'm calling Farah's dad. I'm still calling it.
Why? Why would it be?
Just because it's the most
what
random.
Would he be?
I don't know, but it's the most random. That's the point. Everyone's they're saying, oh, it's her. Oh, it's her. It's Torbjorn's daughter. It's this, and then watch it be freaking, it's Tracer's sister.
It's just going to be another Doomfist fiasco.
It's just going to be someone, oh, Winston had a child. It's his son. What's his son's?
That's some bullshit.
What? I'm just saying.
People
People
actually thought it was Dr. Winston for a quick while. Not Winston. Winston has a dad.
Yes, I know.
People thought it was him for a while.
Maybe it's him, for all we know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Widowmaker's husband.
He's dead!
Brought back to life. Hello, it's a video game.
Anyway, Ianthus, I'm pretty sure this is all going above your head.
I like Diva.
That's my girl. Stay away.
That's her girl. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for tonight's podcast, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys at the next Augmented Realm podcast. Why don't you say goodbye, Hati, and say goodnight, Ianthus.
Ianthus, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. I'll go first. Good night, my dears.
All right, guys, this is Hati signing out, and I just wanted to say, if you had a comment that, based off of whatever we talked about, whether it be the microtransactions, who do you think the new Overwatch hero is going to be? What's your reasoning? Give us a comment down below and chat with us.
Subscribe and like the video.
Oh God.
I'm joking. Have a good day, guys, and see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.